Welcome back, fans, to Ohio Championship Wrestling. On their way to the ring, it's the OCW Tag Team Champions, Jeremy Madrox, Kaden Assad, the Heatseekers. One of the most decorated tag teams in Ohio Championship Wrestling history. They actually made their return to OCW at our last show, where they upset the rednecks, if you will, of Jeff Cannon and Jock Samson out of nowhere, pinning them to win the titles. This is a return match for the OCW Tag Team Championship, and we'll see if Jock Samson and Jeff Cannon are ready for action to take those titles back.
Their opponents, they weighed in tonight at a total combined weight of 515 pounds. They are the challengers, Jock Samson, Big Guns Jeff Cannon, the Redneck Wrecking Crew.
We get the introduction of the challengers, Jock Samson and Big Guns Jeff Cannon. Here they come. It's the Redneck Wrecking Crew. First we see Jock Samson. Of course, as you know, this is the last time that Big Guns Jeff Cannon will be walking through that curtain, not only in Ohio Championship Wrestling, but in professional wrestling as well. As he walks through the curtain, has to be bittersweet. The former champs walking to the ring, looking to reclaim what they feel is rightfully theirs. That is the OCW Tag Team Championship. John Orlando now sitting here with me, and John, a lot of emotion going into this match for Jeff Cannon.
Most definitely, most definitely. You can hear the fans just going absolutely bonkers for Jeff Cannon. You know, it's been 20 years that he's been doing this, and he's calling it quits here tonight, whether he's victorious or not. And, you know, it's been an emotional day period for a lot of us here in Ohio Championship Wrestling. You know, Jeff has been just such an influence on so many wrestlers throughout the state of Ohio, throughout the Midwest in general. And, you know, this is his last match. I think you mentioned it, I'm sure you mentioned it, that they lost the tag team titles, they being, of course, Samson and Cannon, on our last show to the surprise team of the Heatseekers.
There you hear that ovation for Big Guns Jeff Cannon, a staple of OCW for the last 13 years. As you know, this is our 13th anniversary show, and he's been such a big part of it.
Yeah, you know, I say surprise team of the Heatseekers. You know, they had been gone, and then they just reappeared on the last show. They managed to get the victory and reclaim what they believe is rightfully theirs, the OCW Tag Team titles. And the return match was quickly signed, and we're going to see one heck of a match.
You got to wonder, can Jeff Cannon and maybe even Jock Samson put the emotions aside and really get down to business here and try to take these belts away? Wouldn't it be something to walk away from professional wrestling as tag team champions?
Well, that's true. That's true. But I think, you know, we know Jeff Cannon as well as we do. I think he can put aside all those emotions. I think he knows that when he steps into the ring, when he steps between those ropes, that it's all business. And I'm sure he might be right now a little bit distracted, but when that bell sounds, he's going to be focused.
Very much so. Jeff Cannon, Jock Samson, the Redneck Wrecking Crew. Say that 5 times faster.
We've had a lot of tongue twisters here in this last couple matches. Anyways.
Taking on the Heatseekers, Jeremy Madrox, Kaden Assad, like I said, one of the most decorated tag teams. Kaden Assad, former OCW Heavyweight Champion. Jeff Cannon, former OCW Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, these guys have done it all. Let's just say it. They've done it all. You know, the Heatseekers at one time held tag team titles in many different organizations simultaneously, including OCW. They are clearly one of the most notable tag teams in professional wrestling. They're reunited last show. They're looking to continue the streak that they have right now, and again, hold on to those OCW Tag Team titles.
And it's strange. It's almost like 6 degrees of separation because all 4 of these men have been kind of interwoven somehow or another, throughout
Sure.
the 13-year history of
Sure.
Ohio Championship Wrestling, at one point you had Jeff Cannon, who was aligned with Jeremy Madrox. At another point you had Jock Samson, who was aligned with both the Heatseekers. So at some point these men have all been kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, so to speak. Well, here we go. I think they're still trying to figure out who's going to start this match. I think this is a heck of a main event, let's just be honest. Set aside the fact that it's Jeff Cannon's last match, it's just going to be a great main event. Just that's the bottom line.
I think the longer the Heatseekers make these guys wait, the more advantage they are going to grab. If you make them sit there, wait, think about it, like you said, it's hard to pull the emotion out of it, but
Sure.
it's certainly there.
It sure is.
And it looks like we're going to see Kaden Assad start with Big Guns Jeff Cannon.
And here we go. You see that methodical style that has defined Kaden Assad's wrestling career. That dude is always thinking in the ring. We've seen it for the many, many years he's wrestled here in OCW.
Still nobody has locked up. Looks like Cannon and Assad thinking about it, but still taking their good old time.
And you know, Jeff Cannon is a 20-year veteran. You know, he knows the ins and outs of the psychological game of professional wrestling. And look, maybe we got to lock up now. Possibly. You know, at 265 pounds, I would be somewhat surprised if Kaden Assad could manage to win that test of strength.
Oh, wait a minute.
A little how do you do? And there's a little how do you do from Jeff Cannon.
Doesn't sit well with Kaden Assad, and I can't imagine that it would.
Well, he's smirking, but he's not enjoying that at all. He feels somewhat disrespected and slighted, and he just told the fans that.
So still really no lockup yet, as both teams kind of jockeying for position in terms of attitude, in terms of momentum. Cannon pretty much inviting Kaden Assad to come to the center of the ring and lock up.
You know, and it's surprising because they know each other so well, but maybe it's not. Maybe it isn't surprising because they know each other so well that they don't want to commit to something that might end up in failure like this. I don't think that was a smart move if you're Assad.
So test of strength won by Big Guns Jeff Cannon. Assad trying to figure out some way to counter this, and he just lets go.
Well, he got to the ropes there, and I think that referee Keith Smith laid the count on Jeff Cannon. Jeff just let him go, and now he's trying to get the fans behind him, and man, oh man, are the fans excited. They're here in Coshocton, seeing this match.
Now finally collar and elbow tie-up. Assad goes behind. Cannon, though, looking to power out of it.
Come on, baby. Come on, Jeff.
Trying to split the grip. He does. Nice duck behind. Into the hammerlock. Now the reverse chin lock. Or the front face lock. Nice reversal there by Kaden Assad. Some good chain wrestling by these gentlemen.
And now Kaden Assad still twisting right on that arm. And look, Jeff got out of it. Look at that. And a nice reversal by Jeff Cannon.
Back and forth they go now. Nice. Fireman's carry over, holding on to the top wrist lock. Cannon trying to put all that pressure on the top of the wrist. Bends those fingers back.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is not going to bode well. You're going to... Oh, my. I think Jeff Cannon's going to stomp right down on that elbow. Wow. That's a good way to injure a wrist. Maybe break some fingers.
You dislocate that elbow, John, you're never the same.
No. And here we go. He's just right back on that arm. Sound game plan from Jeff Cannon and Jock Samson. Now here we go.
Caden backs him into the corner. Referee Keith Smith will call for a nice clean break that he's not going to get.
No, big kick to the midsection. And now, big elbow to the side of the head of Jeff Cannon. But if I was Assad, I'd be over there and tagging in Madrox because, you know, you've taken a beating so far, especially with that arm.
Now nice arm drag takeover by the 20-year veteran Big Guns Jeff Cannon, holding on to that wrist lock.
And see, again, I think this is where Kaden Assad underestimated Jeff Cannon. He should have went over and made a tag, and instead he stayed in there. And now Jeff's back on the up and up.
Side headlock applied. Caden gonna fight his way out of it. Sends Jeff Cannon for the ride, and oh, like running into a freight train, down he goes. Cannon now looking to capitalize up and over Kaden Assad, and a nice arm drag takeover back into the wrist lock.
And you know what? Here we go. Great game plan from Cannon. Just he's got a body part that's injured. He's just gonna work it. And he's going to try to make Kaden Assad so uncomfortable that he makes a mistake or he gives up, one of the two. And there he just drives the knee right down into the elbow.
Assad almost making a mistake there, getting pinned. Luckily gets his shoulders up. Oh, right
well,
to the eyes.
That's the equalizer.
Great professional wrestling equalizer right to the eyes. Tag in. Jeremy Madrox hip toss. Over he goes.
And now side headlock on Madrox, who was mouthing off and talking about how he was going to put a hurting on him when he got in the ring, and so far he has yet to do that.
And now another knockdown by Kaden, just using his size. And trying to go up and over but down with the side headlock, and he's going to squeeze onto that one.
Well, right now, if you were scoring this by rounds, if this is amateur wrestling, I think you definitely got to give it to Kaden and Samson. Because they are right now just, Jeff Cannon's just putting on a clinic.
Nice reversal there by Jeremy Madrox to slip out of that side headlock and into the hammerlock. Not just pushing the point of that elbow into the spine. I've never had that experience. It does not feel good.
You've had that experience?
Unfortunately, yes. The spine, the elbow to the spine, you can feel that all the way down into your feet.
Oh, alright. That's okay. We'll talk later. I want to know all the ins and outs of that.
Single leg turning into a figure four possibly. Madrox fights out of it, going for the monkey flip. Not going to happen. Kaden rolls him over. And yeah, it looks like they're going to start over. Look at this. Shine sign of respect. Ooh.
Oh, now. Oh. Well, that's what happens when you are disrespectful. Jeremy Madrox threw him the bird, and now the bird is going to get rung across that top rope.
And an elbow right to the point of the skull. And another one. And a third. And this time, Madrox stays down.
Off the ropes comes Big Guns, and he just stomps right on that finger again. See, kids, this is what happens when you use foul hand gestures. This might happen to you.
Kaden now rings the arm. Gets the tag in. And the tag in, here comes Jock Samson. Mounts to the second turnbuckle. This can't be good. And a big elbow right on the elbow. Almost elbow.
I think they're still going right for that hand, actually, Adam. I hate to see, they're going right back for that hand. That's the middle finger that you used on Jeff Cannon. So I think they're just working on that hand, which, you know, let's be honest. In wrestling, I don't care if you're a high flyer, you're a brawler, you're whatever you are.
What? What's he doing there?
Now he's making him give Kaden Assad the bird, and now he's biting it. Okay. He wants a snack.
Yes, he is part of the Redneck Wrecking Crew. Maybe they eat things like that. I don't know.
I suppose. I don't know. I wonder if it tastes like possum. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask John.
What would taste better? Possum or human finger? I don't know.
I don't know. There's a quick way out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
is he still biting it?
He's grabbing his beard, and now the tag hurt. So, I guess it goes to what I was trying to say. It doesn't matter what style of wrestler you are, you're going to use your two hands. And without one, Jeremy Madrox is a little worse for wear.
So Kaden Assad back in the matchup. Big reverse knife edge. No!
Whoa. What a right hand from Jock Samson.
And another one trading chops for a right hand, and now that'll be an equalizer there. Big kick to the gut. And now face first into the turnbuckle. Rather his partner's boot. Tags in Jeremy Madrox. Madrox holding them, and they're just going to town. Big right hands right to the breadbasket of Jock Samson.
Well, except for that one hurt the left hand, so again, I'm trying not to laugh at the misfortune of others, but it is kind of funny, you know, when you do disrespectful things like that. Look at this. This is a blatant choke right on Jock Samson.
Speaking of disrespectful, just a blatant choke.
And now Madrox is in firm control, Adam.
Draping him over that second rope. And just, look at this, like a fish hook. Nothing legal about this.
No.
Is he grabbing him by the bandana? I believe that he was. Oh! Breaks his boot across the face.
And now Madrox is certainly in control of Jock Samson, and you know, the fans here are certainly enjoying the action, Adam, and we hope that everybody comes out to see OCW whenever and wherever we are. Of course, OCWrestling.net is the online home for OCW Wrestling.
Double team now by the Heatseekers. Boot to the breadbasket, now to the side of the head. And a nice swinging neck breaker by Kaden Assad. Is that enough to retain? 1, 2, and Jeff Cannon breaks up the pin.
And let me tell you right now, that type of double team action is what has made the Heatseekers a very successful tag team. And now Kaden Assad just laying the boots right to Jock Samson. And doing a little trash talking, as he's known to do.
And I guess if you are in control and you have the belts, the challengers are the ones that have to beat you, so you can pretty much set the pace, and that's what they're doing now. Look at that, just boots to the midsection of Jock Samson.
And you get to trash talk too. I mean, let's be honest.
That's right, you hold the gold, you kind of hold the power. Samson trying to work back up with some shots to the gut of his own. Backing Jeremy Madrox into the corner. Look at this, just right hands. Sends him for the ride, far side into the buckle, and gets met with a size 12 boot.
Right in the face, and now Samson is down. Here we go, 1, 2, oh my, I thought that was it.
Madrox firmly in control now. Kind of a kidney shot there with his kneecap. What's he thinking here? Dragging Jock Samson back over to his corner. Tags in, Kaden Assad. Watch out for the slingshot senton here.
Yeah, that's right. This is vintage Heatseekers. There you go. That might be enough, Adam.
Covering up.
Well, Jeff Cannon started to approach, and Kaden Assad gave up on the cover, and now Madrox. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
And Jeff Cannon not doing his partner any favors by distracting the referee.
Right, you're right. But he got emotional, and then he decided to try to jaw a little bit with Keith Smith, and now Kaden Assad. What's he gonna do?
Good.
Oh no!
Looking for a slingshot right into that bottom rope. Oh, right across the throat. That'll knock the wind out of you.
And right now, Kaden Assad is stalking his prey like a lion out there on the Serengeti.
Analogy, John.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Tag back in. Here comes Jeremy Madrox.
I have watched National Geographic Channel every once in a while.
And you got to think that the Heatseekers really don't care if they get disqualified either. Sure, they don't get the winner's purse, but they get to keep the tag titles. They get to fight another day.
But I can assure you one thing: I have not spoken to either Assad or Madrox, but they want a victory. They want a clear-cut pinning victory to ruin Jeff Cannon's last match ever. That's how despicable these two are.
Look at this. Maybe they don't see Jeff Cannon.
I don't think they saw that there was a blind tag. But
double drop kick.
Oh my! A little rock and roll express action, if you will.
Redneck Wrecking Crew trying to take the momentum back here. I didn't see a tag to Jeff Cannon, so I'm not sure.
There was a tag. It was a blind tag. I can assure you of that. And now the Redneck Wrecking Crew is certainly, doing just what their name implies. They're a wrecking shop right there. Oh, big splash, Adam.
Like you said, 265 pounds. Jock a good 230 himself. And they're setting him up for something. Uh-oh, what are you going to do here? Row the boat? Or a double figure 4 leg lock?
I think so. Here we go.
And there we go. One figure 4 locked in. A second one locked in. And this could be all she wrote for the Heatseekers.
Yeah, look at Jeremy Madrox. Look at the pain etched on his face. He would do anything to get out of this right now. I guarantee it. Look at how he's trying to muscle it, trying to move Jock Samson over, but that big frame of his, it's hard to get him rolled over.
They're both trying to kind of rock their opponents to get the body and the pressure turned over. Looks like Madrox has done it. Kaden Assad has not, but now Madrox back on his back.
Wait a minute. What's Jimmy Shane doing?
What? Just... And what the heck is going on here? So Jimmy Shane interrupts the match. Robbie Starr right behind him. Clears the ring, so are we going? We got to get the referee's decision here. John Orlando now going to get a decision from the referee. We'll listen in.
Don't stop it. Don't stop the match. Don't stop it. No.
Sounds like Jeff and Jock saying they do not want this to be thrown out. Referee Keith Smith and John Orlando talking it over, see what's going to happen here. Oh, we're going to restart this match, and it looks like that we are. So, John, what was the exchange there?
Keith listened to Jock and Jeff. They didn't want the match to stop because Jimmy Shane and Robbie Starr got involved, which I don't understand why those guys are out here. I don't get it. They have no business in this. Wait a minute, here we go. What is the Redneck Wrecking Crew got in store for these two?
Yeah, it looks like maybe a double sharpshooter. Here we go. They got him turned over into the sharpshooter. Referee Keith Smith right there. And look at this. They're holding onto the ropes. Not the most legal. The Heatseekers now holding hands, trying to. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to push the pressure somewhere else. But let's get what is going on here. Juice Jennings now in the ring. And now Joey Vengeance cutting off Juice Jennings. We saw these two earlier. What is going on here? The referee could easily throw this match out, but I'm sure that's not how they want to end it. You see Jeff Cannon still pounding away on Kaden Assad. We have Joey Vengeance and Juice Jennings. Right in front of you, you've got Jock Samson and Jeremy Madrox. Referee Keith Smith has called for John Orlando to go to the ring. We'll see what's going on here. Bodies flying everywhere. What is going to happen here? Obviously, the tag match has been thrown out, I would assume, at this point, as the champions have retreated. Wait a minute, it looks like Jeff Cannon is asking for the microphone. Let's all listen in and see what's going to happen here.
That match may be a no contest decision, and you may still have them belts, but things ain't going down like that tonight. You are leaving here without getting your asses whipped. I said we have an 8-man tag right here, right now. This show ain't over. Hold on. This show ain't over. I'm still in control. If you don't do the 8-man tag, the three of you are going to forfeit your belts right now. How about that?
It looks like we might have ourselves an 8-man tag team matchup.
So, do you agree to an 8-man tag or not? All right then. John Orlando, announce this as official match and ring the bell.
All right, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the Heatseekers.
Jeff Cannon laying down the gauntlet here.
Against the Redneck Wrecking Crew, Robbie Starr and Joey Vengeance here. 8-man tag team match.
It looks like we're going to have ourselves an 8-man tag, so it's going to be the Redneck Wrecking Crew, Jeff Cannon and Jock Samson, along with Joey Vengeance and Robbie Starr taking on the Heatseekers, Jeremy Madrox, Kaden Assad, along with Juice Jennings and No Shame Jimmy Shane, who we all saw earlier. I don't know if they just didn't get out what they needed to get out earlier, but they felt like they needed to stick their nose in the business of Jeff Cannon and the Redneck Wrecking Crew.
Hey, it's just another crazy night here in OCW. These guys obviously can't get along, so they're just going to go ahead and settle in the squared circle. Adam, certainly this is going to be an interesting match to say the least.
So, referee Keith Smith still trying to sort everything out here. It looks like Jeff Cannon and his team are ready to rock, and they're just waiting on their opponents.
Now it looks like Juice Jennings is set to go. Jimmy Shane is set to go. The Heatseekers look like they're all ready to go. So let's see what goes on here. You know, this certainly has been a memorable last match for Jeff Cannon, shall we say.
No doubt about it. Started off as a tag team matchup. That's obviously out of the window. And we're going with a strict 8-man tag here. It looks like it's going to be Madrox and Cannon starting things off.
And now Jeremy Madrox just kind of got a cheap shot in. It might have been up around the throat of Jeff Cannon, and now he's just pounding away and right into the boot of Jimmy Shane.
So working him over with a couple of chops as Jeremy Madrox tag in. Here comes Juice Jennings.
And certainly he's coming in. There's a chop to Jeff Cannon. Well, okay, they're just going to cycle in and out with chops?
I suppose. Another big chop there from Kaden Assad. Tags in Jimmy Shane. Here he comes. What's he going to do?
Well, a chop.
A chop as well.
Yeah. And I think all that's done has made Jeff Cannon angry because, let's just be honest, he's one of the hardest hitting guys in the ring. And
big reverse knife edge. You can hear that all the way in Newark.
Oh man, see, this is what happens when you chop the man that loves the chop.
Cut off by Jimmy Shane. Bringing him back into the corner of his team. Very smart wrestling move.
Certainly. Here we go. Look at that. A back rake from Juice Jennings.
So Juice Jennings now blatantly cheating. Draping Cannon over the second rope.
And now here comes Madrox. And one thing we gotta mention, Jimmy Shane, Juice Jennings trained by Jeff Cannon. He's the guy that got them their start here in the business. And, obviously they've had an attitude change here over the last few years. Well, and so definitely, there's no love lost or any respect, I believe, left for Jeff Cannon and those two gentlemen.
Madrox firmly in control of Big Guns Jeff Cannon, again draping him over the second rope for a choke. And knows he has till 5. Tags in his partner. It's Kaden Assad. And slides through in a big right hand.
And now Kaden Assad, is certainly proud of his handiwork, and look at this, a little mocking of the team of Cannon and his guys, if you will. And still running his mouth. That's one thing about Kaden Assad. He certainly is very confident.
And he can back it up to, like we said, former OCW heavyweight champion. Now holds a prone Jeff Cannon. Jeremy Madrox comes in. Tag made to Jimmy Shane. He's going to get a couple shots in. Now tag to Juice Jennings. He'll get a couple shots in. Tag back in, Jeremy Madrox. What's he looking for here? He's going to hold for Kaden Assad, who throws the leather his way.
You know what? I got to be honest here. The Heatseekers, Jennings and Jimmy have certainly cut the ring off, and they're keeping Jeff Cannon in their corner, and they're certainly got a very good game plan of keeping the big man off his feet and off kilter with all these different punches, chops, kicks, etc.
Certainly what you want to do in a larger tag team match, isolate your opponent on your half of the ring. So far, the Heatseekers and their team, they're doing it. Juice Jennings now mounts to the second rope. Looking to lay some wood, if you will, into Jeff Cannon with that left hand.
Wait a minute.
Cannon, drops him actually. He was going for the powerbomb. He missed him. Ducks the clothesline up and powerbomb out of nowhere.
But Jeff Cannon has expended what might be what was left in the tank, so to speak.
Referee now going to have to institute the 10 count to make sure folks get to their feet.
And the fans are on their feet here in Coshocton. They are cheering on Jeff Cannon. And here we go, tag to Robbie Starr.
Finally, tag made to Robbie Starr. Here he comes. He's got something for Juice Jennings. Backs him up to the far side, right into your living room. And a nice drop kick right to the chest. Takes him up again. No cover here from Robbie Starr. Arm wringer. Another front face lock and a nice snap suplex. Over goes Juice Jennings.
All right, and now tag to Joey Vengeance, and there's no love lost between these two guys.
As we just saw earlier in this show, these two men just teed off on each other. And another one, look at this big kick now from Joey Vengeance, excuse me.
Yes, there's no love lost. There's nothing but hatred and animosity between these two men, and you're seeing it here in this 8-man again. You gotta give credit to Jennings. That was a smart move. That was a very smart move.
Definitely preventing himself from getting any kind of damage, decides to take a walk. And he's got 10 seconds out there. He can utilize as much time for that as he needs.
And now it looks like Jennings is coming back in the ring, and you know, Adam, it's really shocking how the attitude, how it's changed from Juice Jennings. But you know, we've talked about that earlier on in this program. You know, just the disdain he has now for the fans. But you know, that's neither here nor there because he's tagged out. Now Jimmy Shane is in.
Jimmy Shane going right to work. Sends Vengeance for the ride. Vengeance ducks that clothesline. Back up ducks another clothesline. And oh, double clothesline. Both men down to the canvas. Very hard-fought matchup ever since this turned into an 8-man tag. If you recall, it was supposed to be a tag team title match with the Heatseekers and the Redneck Wrecking Crew. That turned into an 8-man tag, and that's what you see before you right now. Both men trying to make a tag. Joey Vengeance does to Jeff Cannon, and here comes Kaden Assad. Now Jimmy Shane. Now Jeremy Madrox. Now Juice Jennings. They're all getting some from Jeff Cannon.
It's a smorgasbord of Big Guns Jeff Cannon. Everybody's getting some. Chops, clotheslines, kicks, boots, and crotched even. There you go.
Kaden Assad trying to make his way to the top rope. Cut off there by Jeff Cannon. Hung out to dry. What's Cannon going to do? Oh, big chop. Yikes.
Wait a minute. Superplex from Big Guns? Oh, man. I'm going to tell you right now, this might be the end of Kaden Assad if he superplexes him. Oh, man.
And down on the canvas a good 15 feet with the superplex. Is that enough to put away Jeremy Madrox? Kaden Assad, excuse me. Here's the cover. And there is Jeremy Madrox. Goes for that forearm and hits it.
That's right there. Wait a minute. Starstruck.
And a Starstruck from Robbie Starr. Wait a minute. Juice Jennings out of nowhere.
Uh-oh. Is this going to be his big exploder suplex? And now, wait a minute. The strap is down. Big lariat from Jock.
And now Jimmy Shane. There's his patented maneuver. Joey Vengeance now waiting. And, oh, Stone Cold Stunner out of nowhere. Kaden Assad now. Up and, oh, faceplant suplex right into the mat. One after another here. Big Gun setting up Kaden Assad going for the heavy artillery. Here he is. He's got him up. Can he get him? Trying to fight out of it. Does he get him? No. Kaden Assad does fight out of it. Kaden Assad got a chair.
He gouged him in the eyes, and now he's got a chair.
Ducks the chair. Nice reverse crescent kick right to the jaw. Is that enough? Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3, and he got him. Jeff Cannon scores the pinfall on Kaden Assad. And you got to think it's somewhat bittersweet, as that's the last time he'll hear a 3 count from a referee, like I said, not only here in OCW, but in professional wrestling. A great 20-year career for Big Guns Jeff Cannon, and there you see some of the superstars of OCW coming out to, you want to say, pay their respects to a man that we all look up to very much. Jeff Cannon's still laying there in the ring, and here we go, getting up. And the fans really supporting Jeff Cannon. The last time his arm is raised by Keith Smith as the victor in this 8-man tag. See a lot of the OCW superstars on the outside getting emotional, and Big Guns Jeff Cannon is as well.
Well, Adam, I'm just going to chime in here real quick before I got to go up to the ringside area. What a night. What a career. That man right there, Big Guns Jeff Cannon.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm very happy to be a part of such a great night for Ohio Championship Wrestling, a great night for Big Guns Jeff Cannon. And there you see ultimate sign of respect as Jimmy Shane, if you want to say, forfeits that OCW Ohio Heritage Championship back to Jeff Cannon. Dark Star Matt Taylor doing the same. The OCW Heavyweight Championship. And finally, it looks like the Heatseekers coming into the ring and they will surrender the OCW Tag Team Championship. Fans, we want to thank you for being part of such a historic event here for Ohio Championship Wrestling. I know all of the wrestlers around the ring, thank you for being a part of it as well. And more than anything, Big Guns, Jeff Cannon, thanks you for being a part of this night, being a part of the 20-year career that we've all had the pleasure of watching, experiencing, and never forgetting for Ohio Championship Wrestling. We'll let you kind of soak in the last few minutes here. For John Orlando, this is Adam Michael saying thank you so much for joining us for Ohio Championship Wrestling.